Welcome to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. Hello and welcome back to yet another On The Radar. Good morning to you, my brother David. How are you? Yes, it is me, AGT, here on the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. I hope, Ryan, you're doing well, my bro. How are you? Right, as you can see from the thumbnail of this video, we are going to be talking today about this man. I say man, he's a manlet, really. He's only 17. It's Harvey Elliot, the kid we signed from Fulham back in 2019, I'm going to say. Yeah, I think we've had him for just over a year now. Like I said, 17 years old, a real starlet for the future. And he has played a few games this season. Well, I say this season. The season just passed. His debut was actually in this game pictured in the League Cup against Milton Keynes Dons back in September 2019. What do we think of him? Now, as we all know, we have a lot of midfield options for this season. I can reel them off now. We've got Oxlade-Chamberlain, Henderson, Wijnaldum, Fabinho, Keita. We have also got Harvey Elliot. We've got James Milner. So it's very compact in that midfield. We've got a lot of options to choose from. Obviously, Harvey Elliot is more of a winger than a midfielder, but I would still class him as a left or a right winger. The question is, with all of these players that we have on our books at the minute, do we keep him this season and try and blood him in some more games than he got last season? I'm talking 10 to 15 league and cup games. Or do we look to loan Harvey Elliot out? What do you guys think in the comments? Please let me know. Here he is making his Premier League debut, coming on in a last-minute substitution for Mo Salah. You can see there he's got a huge smile on his face. And he is an absolute boyhood Liverpool fan through and through. We've also got Ginny Wijnaldum and Jones. How could I forget them guys? Claudia T. Big up to Claudia T. She's on the show every single morning, as is David. So he says, depends if we buy anyone. He might be useful for the homegrown quota. Someone actually remind me what the homegrown quota is. It's quite hard to keep up with all of these rules and regulations about how many players you're allowed in your team from your own country. But yeah, in my opinion, Harvey Elliott is the type of player for me that we keep this season. For me, he's in the same bracket as Ryan Brewster. We keep them this season and we play them at least 10 to 15 times in League and Cup. The only one thing I'd still like to see from Harvey Elliott is an absolute screamer in real life. We've seen him score for the reserves. He scored a pretty much near impossible overhead or scissor kick in that game. The one thing, like I said, I want to see from Harvey Elliott is goals now. I think he made 10 appearances last season in all comps, and he didn't get any goals. I remember watching him at Shrewsbury, had a good game, good corner taker on that left-hand side, but no goals yet. I think he did actually hit the post or the bar in his first game as well, against MK Dons, the one I was saying. So would love to see Harvey Elliott, especially a league goal, just like Curtis Jones did against Aston Villa. I'd love to see Harvey get a league goal as well. Some more comments here. Wow, that's hay fever for you. David, minimum of 8 homegrown players or a maximum of 17 foreign players for the Premier League. Didn't actually remember that one. That's a great shout. So of our 8 homegrown players, let me try and name them off the top of my head. I mean, does Scotland count? Let me know if Scotland counts, because we've got one there. But I'm going to go with Trent, Joe, Andy Robb, Ox, Milner, Hendo. I mean, we're smashing it. Hendo, Curtis Jones, Nico Williams, Harvey Elliott. I mean, I've counted 9 there before we did Ryan Brewster. That's 10. And there's more. There is a lot more. Ryan LFC, big up to yourself, brother. He says, I would keep him. Just like me, man. I'd keep Harvey Elliott for this season as well. Yeah, the 40-year-old Virgil says, I hope Harvey gets taller and fills out. I mean, what we've got to remember, like I said, he's just turned 17. I mean, when I was 7, actually, to be fair, when I was 16, I hit my growth spurt. I was like 5'6" for forever, and I was like, when am I going to grow? And then I came back to school one summer, and instantly I was 6 foot. So I had my growth spurt around 16, 17, I'd say, which is probably the time that Harvey should probably reach the same. But then we don't know how tall his parents are, how tall his dad and granddad is. we're not sure. So this could be, just like a French Bulldog, the biggest it's going to get. I would like to see him fill out, though. Again, though, it's tough because, you know, you can't really tell a 17-year-old kid to go in the gym and just beast weights all day because it will stunt his growth. I do hope he fills out. I do think he will get a lot choppier on the ball. You've seen he's got the skills and the pace, but I do think he is lacking that physical ability just at the moment. I mean, listen, he's a kid. He's playing up. I mean, when he played against Shrewsbury, for example, I'm pretty sure he was playing against a 32-year-old beast of a man at left back, and he just didn't really get the better of him. And that's what you're going to find in these League and Cup games when he comes up against the lesser teams. How is he going to break them down? Daniel Jones, Ortega says, keep the work up. Any chance of opening up a member section for the channel? Daniel, and everyone who's watching right now, I would love to open up a member section. But I think it's something around you have to get a certain amount of subscribers. Listen, I'd love to have super chats, memberships. I'd love all you guys to be involved in that. But I'm working on it. I've got a call today at 3 o'clock where I'm going to speak about this to the bosses. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to having a members section and a super chat section for you guys. The Anfield Talk says, hello. Scotland counts. That's good then. Robbo's in the mix then. Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland only count in the PL if they don't count in the Champions League, as UEFA have different rules. Very interesting. Ryan, David seems to know everything, this guy, by the way. Ryan says, to Anfield Talk, hope everything is good for you. If you haven't already, guys, please head over to Ryan's channel. It's called LFC Domination. And he's absolutely smashing it on YouTube. He's getting a lot of videos out there, which is great. Harvey's too dodgy. Yes, Ryan's show. Sorry, I haven't been attending the streams. So there's actually conversations going on within this conversation. Dinesh, my brother, always, morning. I can send a super chat. You can or you can't? You can't. Okay, cool. I mean, I'm going to get sorted. I'm going to get sorted with the super chats, and obviously it's beneficial to me. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely going to look to get the super chats out for you guys. I mean, you know me. I bring up all your comments anyway, and I love it. So we might see Harvey today. Of course, we're playing against RB Salzburg, Red Bull Salzburg today out in Austria, where I'm hearing there is up to 1,250 fans that are going to be allowed in the stadium today. That kickoff is at 3 o'clock. And then don't forget, tonight at 6:30, we have another edition of Top of the Cops. 2 free videos for you today. And on Top of the Cops tonight, I have Joe Walker, the Crystal Palace fan. I know Diogo is a Crystal Palace fan who watches this channel a lot. So if he is watching right now, make yourself known. And then we've got a special treat for you tonight, Diogo. We've got a Palace fan on the channel, so that would be great. David says, I looked on Sky Sports yesterday due to us looking at Thiago. Am I still going to film with AFTV tomorrow? Yes, I am going to film with AFTV tomorrow. I'll be on the super fan panel with Drifty from Kopish. I'll also be there with my brother James Redmond, my brother Doyle, both Scousers. Really looking forward to that. And don't you worry, guys. I'm going to give DT and Troops what for, because just because they won the FA Cup, and listen, I respect Arsenal. I think they're a fantastic club. I really do. But just because they think they've won the FA Cup, it's going to go down tomorrow. It's going to get, I reckon, 250,000 views on AFTV. So do keep an eye out for that. The 4-year-old Virgil says, YouTube super chats take 1/3 of all your money donated. There's better ways where you can keep more of the money yourself. Very interesting. See, I know we've just hit 1.5 thousand subscribers on the channel, which is amazing. And you know, we're growing. We're listening to you guys. What kind of content you want to hear? Ryan says my YouTube channel name is Ryan LFC. So I thought it was LFC Domination. I think that's your Instagram name, man. Hardcode. Is it true that Arteta spoke to Thiago for him to come Arsenal? Guys, I'm going to put it out there right now. If Thiago joins Arsenal over Liverpool, I give up this channel. There's no way I'm doing another video if Thiago chooses Arsenal over Liverpool. There's just no way. The Dugout Football Channel says, yes, Ryan. Anfield Talk says, you'll destroy AFTV. Tell Robbie I said we will tuck them to bed. I will. Do not worry. So quick one on Harvey Elliot. In one word, guys, this season, I kind of know your answers for this one already, but keep or loan. I mean, obviously, we don't want to sell him. We had such a difficulty getting him in the first place. There was a lot of teams around. Obviously, you know that Real Madrid had a look at him. And they even said, you know, you can have a little word there with Sergio Ramos if you want to go over there. And he said, no, I don't want to speak to Sergio Ramos after what he did to Mo. So I'm really happy that he's chose Liverpool at the end. Altered Reality says loan. Very interesting. He's probably one of the few people that actually does say, let's loan him out. The Dugout Football Channel says, I'm feeling confident for Saturday. Me too. I'm going for 3-1. I'm going for 3-1, which was my prediction when we played them at the Emirates a couple months ago. And that didn't happen, obviously. And they're going to be buzzing about that. But I am going to stick with 3-1 for this time. We have a keep from the 40-year-old Virgil. Would keep him and play him in the cup games. The Dugout says, Ryan says keep. Claudia says keep. How much are we going to be paying for Harvey Elliot? Has it been sorted in court yet? I'm not actually too sure, you know. If someone can let me know, that would be great. I think that Grizz Khan will be there tomorrow. Do you know what, guys? Grizz, and the Grizz is my bro. I love Grizz. But he was actually supposed to be on top of the Kops tonight, but pulled out. So we've got Joe Walker on instead. The Dugout says he's been training with the first team since he joined. Only way Arsenal get Thiago is if Bayern lower the price. If they do, Liverpool come in, and we know he'd like to work with Klopp. Guys, I'm not being funny. If Thiago goes to Arsenal, I'm just going to give up because I'm not asked. If we don't get Thiago, I will cry. Did you see how good he was in the Champions League final? There's no way that Liverpool should not be just splashing the money down and getting him, even if it's 30 mil. The Anfield Talk, very confident ahead of Saturday's Community Shield with Arsenal. He thinks it will be 4-0 to Liverpool. Very, very ambitious, but could be true. Dinesh says keep him. Altered Reality says he needs game time. He needs match experience. He just won't get that with us yet. Look at Sancho as an example. Keep, he's so young that he doesn't need a loan yet. And let him learn off the first team for a couple of years. If needs be, loan him out. Yes, absolutely. Some great comments coming in from you guys. One more quick reminder is that we are talking about this man pictured here, Harvey Elliot, coming on for his Premier League debut there. A very proud moment for him. He actually did an exclusive interview with LFC yesterday out in Austria, where some of the lines from that interview were that he used to play for not Crystal Palace, QPR, and he was actually a mascot during the game against QPR that we had when Coates scored that overhead kick. So when they were coming out the tunnel, Joey Barton was leading out Harvey Elliott in a QPR strip with Gerrard next to him, and you can just see Harvey going like this, and he's admitted that Gerrard is his absolute idol as well. So it's beautiful to see that someone so young. I mean, let's not forget, Harvey Elliott was born, I'm pretty sure it was like 2003, which just makes me feel so old. I don't know about you guys, but I feel so old knowing that. I hope Arsenal don't get Thiago. Me too, brother. They want 7 million for Elliot, which isn't too bad, really, not at all. What do you make of Suarez rumours of him having his contract terminated? Oh, mate, to be honest, how old is Suarez now? He's probably 34. I mean, we had him almost 10 years ago now, 2011. I think we just leave that one as it is. I don't want Luis Suarez back at the club, to be honest with you. He's a 40-year-old Virgil actually corrects me and says he's 33. I mean, let me know if you guys want Suarez. For the older ones here amongst us who remember when Suarez came 10 years ago, of course, he was one of the best players ever to play for Liverpool, and I stand by that. But times come and go, man. It's like, would I have Gerrard starting in centre mid now? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Just because it's Suarez, just because it's Gerrard, it doesn't mean that you have to take these guys back. Of course, there's always going to be rumours, but I don't want Suarez back. I'm going to put that out there now. I reckon he'll go to someone like China, America, a PSG. I think if he gets one more big move to a European club, he'll take that. But other than that, I can't see him at the top level anymore, especially after Ronald Koeman obviously called him on holiday and says, you're not in my plans for next season. The 40-year-old Virgil says, dragged our club through the mud. That's true. The Anfield Talk wants him back. So does Hardcode. Daniel Jones says, imagine if we sell Ginny, but don't even fucking dare mention that. If we sell Ginny and don't buy Thiago and keep Karius, then I just won't continue. I will not continue on this channel if that happens. Claudia T, very clever. She says no to Suarez. Elliot will be the next Mo Salah. Very, very interesting. Not asked about Suarez. No way I'd have him back after the way he left. He come with too much media attention and silly antics. Absolutely. We do need a backup striker, but we've already got them. Ryan Brewster and Divock Origi. Who's with me? Our two backup strikers for next season, Ryan Brewster and Divock Origi. I'm a big fan of them both. Right then, guys, it's clear to see really from all of your comments today, and thank you so much for so many comments, that you guys all think that we keep Harvey Elliot for next season and we do not take Suarez back. One more comment from Dinesh. Thiago will be a Liverpool player this week. He will not go to Arsenal. He's coming to winning the Premier League and Champions League. Suarez would be good, but he will never come back. Right then, guys, like I said, let me just give you one more roundup of everything that we've got coming this week. So tonight, I have Top of the Kops, the great show that you all know and love by now, with Harvey Elliot. I wish it was with Harvey Elliot. With Joe Walker, big Crystal Palace fan, part of the Filthy Fellas setup. Really does know his stuff. Really looking forward to his match day mixer as well. And then tomorrow, I will be with AFTV all day long, unfortunately. No, I'm joking. We're going to be filming a review for my channel and then also the super fan panel debate on AFTV's channel as well, which I said would probably get 250,000 views. So really looking forward to that. And then on Thursday, I'm going up to Liverpool to film on the radar outside Anfield. The same on Friday. Come home. Obviously, we've got the Community Shield on Saturday. And if you do want to get involved with the fan cams after the show, please let me know now. And we can organise for you to get on the channel on Saturday. And then, guys, unfortunately, I am going on holiday for 12 days. So there won't be any content from me on the Kop TV for 12 days during the off-season. Of course, we have the Community Shield, and then there's a 2-week break until the season actually starts. And, guys, I've been doing this every single day since January. Trust me, I need a break, a mental health break, away from football, just to chill on the beach for 12 days, and that's what I desperately need. So I am sorry, there will be no content next week or the week after, but hey, a man's got to rest. Claudia T, who's a big fan of the show, says, great show, Alex, fantastic. Right, guys, I'll see you back here at 6:30. Make sure you're not late for Top of the Kops. And please, guys, remember, if you're commenting all these amazing comments on the show, be kind and drop a like and a comment as well. And if you're not subscribed already, then you need to really take a good look in the mirror. But guys, until tonight at 6:30, I'll see you then. Take care.